10th reads, "From the fullness of my grace, you have received one blessing from another. Stop for a moment, beloved, and ponder the astonishing gift of salvation, by grace through faith in me. Because it's entirely a gift, not as a result of works, this salvation is secure. Your part is just to receive what I accomplished for you on the cross, believing with the faith that was given you. This undeserved love and favor is yours forever. My grace is infinite value, has infinite value. Multiple blessings flow out of grace because of its extraordinary fullness. Guilt feelings melt away in the warm light of my forgiveness. Your identity as a child of God gives you life, meaning, and purpose. Relationships with other people improve as you relate to them with love and forgiveness. The best response to my bountiful grace is a heart overflowing with gratitude. Take time each day to think about and thank me for blessings in your life. This protects your heart from weeds of ingratitude that spring up so easily. Be thankful." John 1:16 reads, "From the fullness of his grace, we have all received one blessing from another." Ephesians 2, verse 8 through 9 reads, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast." John 1, verse 12 reads, "Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God." Colossians 3:15 reads, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in one body, and be thankful." Today's word is gratitude.
Oh, we gotta give praise. People don't want to give praise.
Grace and gratitude. What's up, y'all? Rennie here, and welcome back. Welcome back to week 2 of flight attendant training. I do have to say this video may not be as long, especially because I didn't really vlog this week. Like, I didn't show like my outfit. I realized I didn't show just regular stuff, I guess, that I was showing in the first one. And main reason is because this past week, because it's now Wednesday, so now we are on day 1 of week 3 technically. Week 2 was a very long week, but it went by fast. And when I say long, I don't mean long as in like difficult or hard to do. It was just one of the main things they told us when we got here, as far as just doing our job correctly. They say do not get complacent. And I really feel like that's exactly what started to happen while you're in training, because the first week you have like the most difficult tests, right? Exams. And so then come week 2, you realize it's not as stressful. You're starting to pick up on some of the material a lot better because you learned all the hard stuff on week 1. Come week 2, things are starting to make more sense. Again, everything kind of comes together. They have the curriculum in a certain order for a reason, and it helps you because, again, by week 2, you're like, oh, I know that. Certain things really just become a review, right? So, and again, even if it is some new information, you still pick up on it easier. And pretty much that's kind of what started to happen, is because it was almost like, okay, I know this, I don't have to study as hard, right? I don't have to study as hard. And, you know, you realize your routine starts to switch up a little bit. For example, I started to go to bed a little later than usual. First week, I was not playing. I was in the bed no later than 9 o'clock. No later than 9. If I could at 8, that was perfect. 8:30 was pushing it. No later than 9. And this means in the bed and sleep, not just in the bed. So now I realized this past week it started to get a little later and later, like maybe like a little bit after 9 or closer to 9. And trust me, that does make a big difference when it comes down to your energy and how you feel throughout the day. Because I will be fine during the morning. Our lunch is at 11:30. and then maybe around 2 p.m. ish, because we would normally get out around 4:30 on a decent day if possible. I would say about 4, and around 2 o'clock, that's when I'm like struggling to keep my eyes open. I am trying to snack on stuff. I'm trying to stand up in the back, and that does help. So I'm not saying trying. So that does help because they encourage that. They say if you feel like you need to fall asleep, they do not mind anybody standing up in the back of the classroom or on the sides. They don't mind that at all. What is all this fur on me? What is this? Yeah, so they don't mind that at all. So that's what I found myself doing a lot this week, and it does help. Completely, it does help. It's really stick to what I'm learning from week 2. Stick to your schedule and don't switch up on it just because things aren't as hard and as difficult and as challenging. That does not mean that we can just go and do what we want to do and get off of that routine, because ultimately it's like we won't have a set schedule obviously as flight attendants, but at the same time it's still, you need to make sure you do what works for you. I know that in week 1 that worked for me. It was great. Come week 2, I switched it up a little bit, not too much. I'm not saying I went to bed hours later, but it still was enough time that I noticed a difference. And so now I have this week to make that back up and go back to what it is that I should be doing. So that's that. Like I said, week 1 versus week 2 is like that. I will say I have still passed all of my exams, y'all. I've passed all of my exams, and I don't know if I mentioned it in week 1. If not, we have to get a minimum of 90% to pass. Anything 89 or less, it's a retake. Or if it's 69, if you get 69%, you get sent home. Anything between 70 and 89, it's a retake, and 90 and above are passing. So I just took an exam today, and that's honestly why I'm in the room right now, is because the exams are at 7 a.m., around 7:15ish, and we get an hour to take the test, so that's 8:15, and then they want us to be wherever we're supposed to be at 8:30. So it's, if the exams are, I won't say easy, but if they don't take you that long, then you will be having a bunch of time. So I had an hour to basically just not do much. So I figured I would come here. I honestly just wanted to just sit down and get away from people, because all the gets very annoying. I mean, I don't care what they're talking about. It just gets so annoying. And so I just wanted to come here and kind of be by myself for a moment. But it gave me the opportunity to make this video. So as I said before, I passed all of my exams. I have not failed one exam since I've been here. Today was the exam for evacuations, and then we only have one more exam until the final, which is on Monday. And then come the day of the final, everyone goes to Denver. From what I expect, that's gonna be more chill. When I say chill, meaning no classes, not much of anything going on. So for the people who aren't ready to do their next step, so that's gonna be super chill. So as far as getting through this week, that's all we have to do. By the grace of God, we are also here. Me and my roommate are doing very well. We've passed all our exams, so our learning methods, our studying methods are working for us. We have not done any of the study groups. We simply get our food, our dinner, come back to the room, maybe do our homework together if we do have homework. We study a little bit together, help each other out with what we may each be confused on, and then we study on our own. And we've been passing each exam with 90 and above this whole time. So we're gonna keep that up. Ain't no point in switching. Now that's one thing I am not switching up. I am not about to just start being in these study groups. I'm just not about to do it. Nothing against them, because it's working for some people, you know. But I just haven't done it, and it's like I'm not even about to start at this point. We on week 3. It's time to get these wings and get up out of here, right? So yeah, so like I said, as far as how everything is going, as far as my studies, everything is going great. I'm super happy about that. I feel very confident about this exam, this final, to be honest. So these next few days, we're just knocking all these drills out. It really won't be that much class time, I can tell, this week, because for example, right now, and in half an hour, I have to go. Part of the class is going to go to self-defense. So we're doing this kind of stuff. It gets easier and easier each week. You know, easier and easier as far as, you know, less sitting time and less focusing on a projector screen kind of thing. But yeah, y'all, I'm just really grateful to still be here and be in this position that I am in. And again, I feel completely confident excuse me, about this exam, because I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not, because it does take a lot of mental work, because as soon as you are done with an exam, boom, you're on to the next thing. You know, I mean, it's nonstop. On top of the things for the drills that you still have to remember. So, I passed my CPR drill yesterday, so I am now certified to do CPR. That was good. I was happy about that. That was my first try. So I have not, when I tell y'all, I have not needed to use any retakes for anything. That is a blessing. You hear me? That is a blessing. And I know some people are saying they're doing their best. Like someone yesterday told me how, because she doesn't have any retakes left, so basically she needs to pass the rest of these exams and she can still be here or whatever. So she was just like, I don't understand how some people are just picking up on this. They've never done this before. This is their first time in flight attendant training, and they're just passing. And I don't think she knows that I haven't failed anything. So I was just like, I'm just kind of like, yeah, you know, just, it's easier for some people. Like, I didn't know what else to say. I'm like, it's easier for some people. And she's like, I'm really trying my best. And I'm like, I believe you, but it's, some people just pick up on things differently, you know? And again, learning styles versus, you know, comprehension and study methods, all of that comes into play when it comes down to passing these exams and doing your job correctly when it actually is time to do your job. That's the thing. I don't want to just breeze by and get through these exams and then think it's all fun and games. No, it's like once we get these exams done, then it is time to do all of this stuff if we need to, because everything is, you know, situational, but if we need to. So like I said, that's why it's I've been picking up on it so well, me and my roommate, and that's why I say we're just gonna stick to what we've been doing. And also I would say this past Tuesday, a couple days ago, no, it was Monday, was my roommate's birthday. So that was our first time actually leaving the property of the hotel since last Monday. We got here on the 27th, and Monday was March 11th. So you do the math on how many days. That was 2 weeks basically of us being here and not leaving the hotel. But again, I'm not really that pressed. I haven't needed to really go to the store for anything. I really came prepared with everything that I needed. I have done laundry one time, so, and that was smooth. And yeah, I just haven't really needed to leave. Again, I don't really socialize with those people like that, so I'll hear them saying how they went to the bar, how they went to here, they went to this place, and you know, which is nice, but I'm like, So that's why the only time that I went out meaning just away from this area, was to go to that restaurant for my roommate's birthday. That was it. And honestly, I don't plan on going anywhere else. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. So everything is working out for my good, and I don't feel the need to switch it up. So that is pretty much how week 2 is going. All passes, no fails. That's exactly how the rest of the week is about to go. I will say though, because I try to do this video at least on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are our off days. And then, but today's Wednesday, and I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. But next Monday, if y'all remember me saying, is our final. and then we also go to Denver that day. There's a good chance that I will be filming about Wednesday-ish, you know, just to kind of let you guys know how this full week went and any comparisons between week 1, week 2, week 3, and stuff like that. So I will keep you guys updated. I know this video is out now. I've already got my wings. I have not put out any videos until then, so once you see this video, you already know it has already happened. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, another thing that I wanted to mention was I realized when it came down to like dress code for those days I was really stressing about, they aren't as strict as I thought they would be. I'm not saying to just come in here and be wearing t-shirts, but like for days like this, how I got this shirt and it said that, you know, even though when we wear jeans, we still have to, our tops still have to have a collar on it. They don't care. They have not said anything to anybody like your shirt doesn't have a collar on it. So I'm glad I still brought this because it comes up high enough that it covers the back of my neck or whatever. But they don't care. They have not said anything about that. Now, as far as, you know, when we have to wear that black and white, when it's like the super professional days, like the corporate looking days, they don't play about that. I will say that they do not play about that. But the other like business, they call it the business, casual business, professional, and I forgot what the other one was, but the other one where that's the in between where we can wear like interview looking clothes. They're not as strict on that either. I haven't really heard them say anything, but when we wear the black and white, they want to see our outfits. We actually have to line up and they check our outfits. So that's why it's like that's more serious. But other than that, I think that's all I wanted to share, that I noticed that for anybody that is looking to see how to pack for flight attendant training, or just to know about little details like that you wouldn't know until you got here. Now, these are just with my instructors. You can have totally different instructors that may be drill sergeants. I don't know. These particular ones, they are not making a big deal out of certain things like this. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. But yeah, so I will be making another video in about about a week or so, and keeping y'all updated and all that kind of stuff. So once I pass my final, then that's when I will come back and update y'all once I am in Denver. So I thank y'all for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to comment below. You can DM me on Instagram, which is, I go by Rana. That is IGOBYRANA. And I can respond to you on there as well. So y'all be easy. Good luck at training if this is what you're watching it for, and you got this. Okay, trust yourself, don't doubt it. You got it. And I will catch y'all next week.